welcome to Nostalgic Point of View, where your point of view
It's our nostalgia.
Alright, we are here watching Lilo and Stitch.
Classic.
The original animated movie.
Came out in 2002.
2002, nice. I was...
That was 23 years ago.
2002. 2001.
That just hurts.
5, 6.
Take 23
6, 7. I was 6, 7. 6, almost 7.
Take 23 years away from your life.
Oh, I just take the year and then minus a couple months, depending on the time of the year. It's like either 4 or 5, or then plus 2 and 3.
Yeah.
2002, yeah. So 6, 7 years old.
Yeah. So we're a big fan of this movie.
Yeah, big fan. Love this movie. It's got. I think the reason why we love it so much is because it's got a lot of heart and soul and love in it.
Plus, I love the animation.
No, animation's great. It's watercolor.
Yeah, actually, I have something in here for that.
Start off with some points and then we'll get into the movie.
Yeah, the beautiful background scenes in this movie were done with watercolor paints. This was the first Disney animated to use watercolors since Dumbo in 1941.
And then it was almost the only one to ever use watercolor.
And the other technique was also in the original Snow White.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
But this is a movie that has definitely been in our childhood.
Mm-hmm.
It was so big at 3 sequels. Sorry, not 3 sequels. 2 sequels. No, yeah, 3 sequels. Leroy and Stitch. Totally forgot about that one. 3 sequel movies, plus a TV series, and a crap ton of merchandising. I killed him.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, so there's Lilo and Stitch, Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch. Stitch Has a Glitch is the sequel.
Yes.
We thought for a moment there that Stitch the movie was the sequel, and then Stitch Has a Glitch was its own thing, but it's the other way around.
So we have Stitch Has a Glitch, then Stitch the movie, which goes right into Lilo and Stitch the series. Yeah. Then after the series, we have Leroy and Stitch.
So technically Stitch the movie is technically Lilo and Stitch 3, technically speaking. Yeah. So you got Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch, Lilo and Stitch the movie, Lilo and Stitch the series, and then Leroy and Stitch would be Stitch 4.
No one judge me for this.
He has to listen to his wife.
There. Hopefully my wife watches this and she's happy I'm wearing this freaking...
Alright.
I have Stitch ears, you happy?
Alright, let's see. Alright, that was Lilo and Stitch, 2002, animated. So good, so nostalgic.
Still holds up to me.
It's fantastic. It's got heart, it's got soul, it's got family. It's all about accepting everyone for who they are and as they are. And
yeah, I like how gradually Stitch comes from being a little hooligan to being nice. It's not just an instant click. You can see some stages going through.
Yeah.
And that they have some nice soft moments, and like the moment when they're on the hammock is a very beautiful one. Yeah, this movie came out in June 21st, 2002.
Good.
How high do you think this got on Rotten Tomatoes?
Out of 10?
Or 100.
Oh, right, 80 percent. Yeah, okay. 92?
86.
What?
Yeah, it got 86%.
I was thinking maybe around 90 something.
You thought it'd be higher?
I thought it'd be about 90.
Yeah. So Stitch was created by Chris Sanders in 1985 for a children's book. He voiced him. He was one of the characters designers for the movie, and was one of the screenwriters.
And he's back for the live action, which is great. I mean, he is the creator. I think that's the main reason why he's back as a voice, because not only is he the creator, he voiced Stitch.
Yeah.
And so the fact that if he didn't come back, that'd be very confusing. The only reason why he wouldn't have come back is if he had passed away.
Yeah, and in this movie, Ohana is a big part of the movie, and apparently it's because of a tour guide. The animators went on I guess some sort of tour in Hawaii, and the team noticed that the tour guide knew almost everyone on the island. He told them that Ohana is immediate, but it can also be extended family and even people who aren't related to. Yeah, and I've said this before, the beautiful background scenes in this movie were done with watercolor paints. It was the first Disney animated movie to use watercolor since Dumbo in 1941. That's a big gap. 1941 to 2002.
I mean, the first... And then you're saying that it was also used in...
It was also used in Snow White.
Which was their first fully length feature film, which... It'd be cool if they did a new live action for that one. I mean, you know...
For which one?
Oh, for Snow White, right? It'd be cool if they did something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Unfortunately, they haven't.
No. I mean, there's been adaptations like Once Upon a Time. That was great.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's... Technically, there's another Snow White, but it's not officially Disney, which is 10th Kingdom.
Yeah. There's also Snow White and the Husband with Chris Hemsworth and Twilight Girl.
Was that Chris Hemsworth? Did he play the huntsman? I didn't know that. I knew that. I remember that she was in that.
Yeah, I remember nothing about. I watched it once, but I know nothing about it. The voices.
It's still better.
Yeah, the voice actors for Nani and Jason were both Hawaiian. They made sure that the dialect was correct for the Hawaiian characters and added Hawaiian slang to the script. And one of the big ones that could have changed this whole thing is the original was going to be set in Kansas.
Missouri?
It was changed to Hawaii since there were no other animated features set in Hawaii.
I think Hawaii is a perfect... Well, because if they didn't do it in Hawaii... Ohana wouldn't have been...
No, it would have made...
It would have never been.
Because they went on tour to study Hawaii to make this film.
I think Hawaii was definitely a perfect choice for it.
Yeah, it made the film. They got Ohana, which was such a good thing for this.
If it was done in Kansas, we have some Sam and Dean showing up there.
I don't know what this movie could have been like. I know why they thought Kansas, because there's a lot of people, aliens, and I like Hawaii. It's not something you see. It made beautiful animation. Where Kansas, I don't think they would do as well. They probably wouldn't even do paint backgrounds because I don't think it would look as good in Kansas. Where Hawaii is so colorful, so pretty.
It's an island.
Yeah, and it made more sense because he wanted to attack cities, to where he's stuck on an island where there's no big cities.
Yeah, unless you're in like Honolulu, but like
Kansas, you eventually get to a city.
Yeah, it's a giant body of land, whereas Hawaii, you're stuck on one of the islands. You're stuck on one of the islands, and water being a big issue. Like that couldn't have been even an issue in one that took place in Kansas, because Kansas is not anywhere near a big body of water. Maybe a lake or something, but.
So there'd be no reason for him to stay in Kansas. Besides the fact
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto.
Yeah, just Dorothy walks by. So I'm so glad they changed it, because that would make no sense to me. I definitely prefer what they did.
You know, I was thinking about that. I just thought about that. There's a lot of things that take place in Kansas.
You got Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, and then Supernatural. I mean, that's all of the United States, but they started in Lawrence, Kansas. And then, I mean, there's a couple other things that I can't think of now, but that's more than what I would have ever suspected. It's like, Kansas specifically.
Yeah, I think, isn't Kansas like the stereotypical place where aliens seen? Or
Maybe, I don't know how far away Area 51 is.
I don't know.
I don't know where Area 51 is.
But the fact that they changed it to Hawaii is so much better. It made the movie So good. The colors.
Sorry.
Mosquito. Legally will come after you. Actually, he might be on the warpath now that he knows what mosquitoes actually do. Can't believe Cobra Bubbles is the reason why Pleakley, like why I think mosquitoes are endangered.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you know, whatever with mosquitoes on.
Cobra Bubble is the reason why,
Yeah. Said that mosquitoes were endangered. And
How dare he? Mosquitoes are everywhere. They are not even close to being endangered.
And yeah, none of us liked them. I wish they weren't part of the ecosystem.
Kill them all.
Yeah. My dad always told me never to kill bugs. Unless they bite you. Yeah, he didn't mind those because they bite you first. And so, in all, what would you rate this movie?
Oh, out of popcorn, I don't know.
I'd give it 9.5. It's high for me.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. It's got some room.
I'd say
But-
9.7 because I think the live action is going to be around a 9, maybe an 8, or a 2 because justice for Gantu.
Yeah,
I will die on this hill.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the video, or I don't know when it's gonna come out.
Our trailer
Yeah, we
reaction. Sneezels.
we talked about the trailer
Yeah.
and what we thought about it. One of the things that we didn't like is the fact that you don't see Jumba anywhere.
We,
Oh no, sorry, not Jumba. We see Jumba.
We don't see
It's,
Gantu.
We don't see
anymore.
Gantu, and they changed Cobra
Yeah, they expanded Cobra's character, it
in a
feels.
bad way.
Yeah, we're everything else. When I first watched the trailer, I was just like, yeah, yeah. And then he mentioned there was no Gantu, and I'm just like, no.
When we work at the same place, so when we work, we just talk about movies. So I mentioned some of the parts I didn't like about the trailer, and then started clicking in his head.
I'm like, oh no, it's just getting worse and worse, but it's still better than a lot of other things that have come before it.
Yeah. So right now we're 50-50 because we have high hopes and we hope it's good, but we can see where it might go wrong.
If
Gantu.
Gantu is not there at all, I'm throwing hands.
If they make him
Disney, I'm throwing
if
hands.
they make him a background character, that's just gonna suck.
Throwing hands. If he's not even a background character, I'm throwing hands.
I don't even know why. If he is in the movie, I don't know why they wouldn't put him in a trailer. That wouldn't make no sense to me. He's one of the main characters.
I want to check something.
It just doesn't make sense to me. If he is in the movie, like I said. But if he's not, I don't know why he wouldn't be in the movie.
I don't know either.
That would be such a drastic change. Like, that means the whole ending. Which reminds me, the original ending was changed.
Yes, the buildings.
Yeah.
The buildings.
A lot of people know about this, and there's a lot of people who don't know about this. By the
If
time
you're born after 2001, you
Yeah.
don't know about this.
when this movie came out, there was a tragedy that happened. Or just before it came out, I guess.
9/11. Yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
just before it came out. It was like months before it.
After the plane crashing into the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
And the original scene was that spaceship. I always thought it looked off. It's because originally it was a plane.
It was a plane, and it was originally flying through a city.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because it's kind of good that they changed that, because they had him fly through a city, and there was no big cities for him to destroy. So there being a big city for him to destroy
Wouldn't make sense.
wouldn't make sense.
But I never liked the design of their spaceship because it didn't look like a spaceship
I think
to me.
it looks great.
But now I know why. It's because they had to design a spaceship over
Around
a plane.
Yeah.
So I give it some more leeway. I still don't like it really, but I understand now why it looks like that. It didn't look very unique to me. It just looks like a plane that's supposed to be a spaceship, and that's exactly what it is.
Yep.
They had to
Yep.
change it pretty much last minute and send it up.
Yep.
And they also did that with another scene where Lilo's coming out of a thing with a pizza box around it that's supposed to be a dryer.
Yeah.
But apparently too many kids got into dryers.
They didn't want people climbing into dryers.
Just so you know, Kids did that before this movie.
They did, and they did it after.
Yeah, it wasn't just this movie. People need to loosen up. It's not just a movie that makes people do things. It's a series of different events.
It's a place to hide. When you're playing hide and seek, that's where you go.
Also, people should just turn their dryers on before looking inside. That's the
Well, yeah, you're also throwing in clothing too. It's just like
how any kid got hurt inside a washer or in a dryer.
When I was young, we played hide and seek, and I actually climbed into the dryer to hide. Mm-hmm. That was a hiding spot, and it was comfy too, because it was small enough to fit. What is the most nostalgic thing for this movie?
This movie? For me, it would have to be the scene where they're on a hammock, where they're having to split apart. It's very emotional. Stitch is just listening, and Nani sings that little song. It's very heart-wrenching. It's sad that these two are being split, but it's very real. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like two actors just acting. It seems very connected.
Yes, that's one thing that we kind of talk about acting and actors. The little girl who voiced Lilo. She was the girl from The Ring, and then she was also the girl from Spirited Away. Hayao Miyazaki's Studio Ghibli Spirited Away. She voiced the girl in that. I had no idea. I was rewatching it a little while ago, and I'm like, that sounds like Lilo. And I'm like, oh my god, it is Lilo.
I might be wrong, but this was actually nominated for an award, and it lost to Spirited Away.
Oh well, at least she was in one of the two movies that won it.
Yeah, I may be wrong about this. I didn't write it down, but I did read it while doing my research.
Hayao Miyazaki, genius. He's done so many good things.
Also,
we're gonna have to do some studio.
If anything I said is wrong, don't blame me. I just wrote stuff down.
Blame him. He's the research man. That's his only job.
Blame the editor.
He has to sit here and watch the stuff, and then do some research on the stuff. I'm the one who sets everything up, records the video, edits it together, which is a pain. He gets to just sit here, watch movies, talk about it, and get some information about them.
I brought shit.
Okay, he brings the props, but most of the props.
Most of this is my wife's stuff, so.
And yours.
No.
What, that's not yours?
It is. Just not mine.
I told you.
Technically it's mine, but she claims it, so, you know.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, I think that about wraps it up for this episode of Nostalgic Point of View. I just want to say one thing before we do, because I forgot to say my nostalgic part of this movie. For me, it's just Jumba. I love him. Yeah, just the accent. Oh, that's another thing. The fact that Zach Galifianakis is not doing an accent
at
for
all.
Jumba.
He's just talking normally.
It's just Zach Galifianakis, and that just him and his voice.
Even if he just did a little of an accent, just something, it would have been better what he's doing.
Nothing. Just no accent at all. I don't know. The original voice actor for Jumba, though he passed away, it was perfect.
I want to have high hopes for a new movie, but there's just certain things against it that might make or break it.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be better than a lot, but it's
it'll be one of the better remakes. But I don't know if I'm going to love it. So we'll see when it comes out. Do that, and you'll know what we want or what we see.
May 23rd. Go see it. Watch it in theaters. It's gonna be great.
Or we will.
We're not sponsored, but it's still gonna be great.
Or you will be like him.
How dare he kill him? Anyways,
he's fine.
Thank you for joining Nostalgic Point of View. It's been a long time since we recorded, and we had such a good time this time. And I think it'll be a lot easier for editing. Anyways, next time, I don't even know what we're gonna. I think we're gonna continue with what we had planned, which was around the world in 80 days. And
the last video you said you were gonna do Minecraft.
Well, no, I said eventually do Minecraft. We could do Minecraft.
No, you said next weekend.
Did I say?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to do Minecraft and then another movie of some sort. Maybe Scream. Or, sorry, Scary Movie, not Scream. Scary Movie. We're gonna do scary movie possibly.
It'll be a first time reaction.
It'll be a first time reaction for me, and then it'll actually be 2 first times. So no, next weekend I don't think we'll do scary movie because I don't want 2 first time reactions for me. We're gonna do Minecraft, and then either Be Kind Rewind because you haven't seen that.
2 Jack Black movies in a row.
Oh my god. Not okay. We'll figure it out. Anyways, you guys have a good rest of your day and stay nostalgic. I'm William. This
I'm
is
Roman.
Roman, and we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Peace.